Listen up, because this might shock you. Leg cramps are not just one of those things that happen as you age. That is like saying gray hair causes traffic jams. It makes absolutely no sense. Yet people keep telling you, oh, it is just part of getting older. Wrong. That is just a polite way of saying, we have no clue what is happening, so let's just blame age and move on. But here is the real truth. Leg cramps are not random. They are a distress signal from your body, screaming that something is off. Let me ask you this. If your car started making a loud, clanking noise every time you hit the brakes, would you just say, oh well, I guess that is just what cars do when they get older, and keep driving? Of course not. You would get it checked out before something really bad happened. Well, your muscles work the same way. If you are waking up in the middle of the night clutching your calf like you just stepped on an electric fence, your body is waving a giant red flag. It is telling you that it is missing something vital, something it desperately needs to keep your muscles working smoothly. And here is the scary part. If you ignore these signals, they will only get worse. First, it starts as the occasional cramp, annoying but manageable. Then, the cramps get more frequent, more painful, and suddenly, your legs feel weak even when you are just walking around the house. Before you know it, you are hesitating to take the stairs, avoiding long walks, and feeling less steady on your feet. And let's be real, nobody wants to end up doing that awkward shuffle in the grocery store aisle, gripping the shopping cart for dear life like it is a walker. But here is the good news. If you fix the root cause of these cramps, you are not just stopping them. You are strengthening your legs, improving your mobility, and making your body feel years younger. So, what is actually causing these cramps? And more importantly, what can you eat to stop them fast? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I am breaking down the top 3 power foods that can wipe out cramps and keep your legs strong for life. And trust me, you are going to want to hear about food number 3 because it is something almost nobody talks about. Yet it could be the missing key to ending leg pain forever. Alright, so now that we know leg cramps are not just some unavoidable aging perk, let's talk about what is actually causing them. Because if you are waking up at 2 a.m. clutching your calf like you just got hit with a taser, there is a reason. And no, it is not just bad luck. The real reasons behind leg cramps. First up, your muscles are starving for the right nutrients. Your body runs on minerals like potassium, magnesium, and calcium. And when you do not get enough, your muscles start freaking out. Think of it like trying to run a car with no oil. It is only a matter of time before something starts grinding and seizing up. Potassium is like the muscle whisperer. It keeps them relaxed and functioning properly. Magnesium is the muscle's best friend. Without it, your muscles cramp up like a bad Charlie horse. Calcium is the glue that holds the whole operation together. If you are not getting enough, your muscles start misfiring like a cheap set of Christmas lights. Ever notice how athletes chug sports drinks after an intense workout? It is not because they love the taste of neon blue sugar water. It is because those drinks are loaded with electrolytes, which help prevent muscle cramps. Seniors need this too, but through real food, not fluorescent beverages. Now, here is another huge reason for leg cramps: poor circulation. Sitting for long periods, whether it is watching TV, reading, or scrolling through your phone, causes blood to pool in your legs. When blood does not flow properly, your muscles do not get enough oxygen. And guess what happens? Cramps. And no, you do not have to start running marathons. Even simple ankle rotations, standing up every hour, or light stretching can keep blood flowing and muscles happy. Now here is a sneaky cause most people overlook: dehydration. And yes, this happens even in winter. Just because you are not sweating buckets does not mean you are hydrated. Muscles need water to function properly, and if they are running on empty, they will let you know the hard way. And finally, one that really throws people off: medications. A lot of seniors take medications that actually deplete the minerals your muscles need. Diuretics, blood pressure meds, even some cholesterol drugs can lower potassium and magnesium levels, setting you up for leg cramps without you even realizing it. So, if you are dealing with frequent leg cramps, it might be worth asking your doctor if your meds could be playing a role. Is this a sign of something serious? Now, before you panic, let me clear something up. Most leg cramps are simply a sign that your body needs better nutrients, circulation, or hydration. Fix those, and you will see a massive improvement. But if your cramps are severe, happen all the time, or are paired with swelling, numbness, or major weakness, do not ignore it. That could be a sign of a deeper issue, like nerve problems or circulation blockages, and a doctor visit is a smart move. All right, now that we know what is causing the cramps, let's get to the good stuff. The top 3 foods that can fix them fast. And trust me, food number 3 is going to surprise you. All right, it is time to bust one of the biggest food myths out there. If I had $1 for every time someone said, "Oh, you are getting leg cramps, just eat a banana," I would be rich enough to personally buy everyone watching this video a lifetime supply of bananas. But guess what? If bananas were the miracle cure, no senior would ever have leg cramps. Yet, here we are. Legs cramping, muscles screaming, and bananas sitting in our kitchens, doing a whole lot of nothing. Now, do not get me wrong. Bananas are not bad. They have potassium, which helps with muscle function. But the idea that they are some kind of magic cramp-killing superfood, that is just flat out wrong. Here is the real truth. Most people who get leg cramps are missing more than just potassium. And bananas? They only give you a small dose of it. Meanwhile, they are completely lacking in magnesium and calcium, 2 other key minerals that your muscles desperately need to stop cramping. Let me put it this way. Imagine your muscles are like a 3-legged stool. One leg is potassium, one is magnesium, and one is calcium. If you are only getting potassium from bananas, you are basically balancing on a one-legged stool. And what happens when you sit on a stool with just one leg? Boom, down you go. That is why you need a full team of nutrients working together. So, what should you actually be eating? Forget the banana. Let me show you the real MVPs that can stop cramps fast. These 3 foods pack a serious punch when it comes to muscle health. They have the right balance of minerals, and they actually work better than bananas for stopping cramps and strengthening your legs. And trust me, food number 3 is going to completely surprise you. Most people never even think about it, yet it is one of the most powerful muscle-saving foods you can eat. Let's dive in. All right, now that we have busted the banana myth, let's talk about the real muscle-saving, cramp-stopping power foods that actually work. Because trust me, once you start eating these, your muscles will go from tightly wound rubber bands to relaxed, happy, and cramp-free. Let's get into it. Food. Number 1, the Magnesium Powerhouse. First up, we have magnesium, your muscle's personal massage therapist. Magnesium is the ultimate muscle relaxer. Without it, your muscles do not just cramp, they spasm, tighten, and refuse to let go. It is like trying to pry open a rusted shut jar lid. Frustrating, painful, and borderline impossible. Ever had a cramp so bad you had to physically grab your leg and try to force it to stop? Yeah, that is magnesium deficiency at work. And here is the kicker. Most seniors are not getting enough magnesium. In fact, studies show that over 50% of adults are running low on this crucial mineral. And if your body is missing it, your muscles are basically running on empty. So, what should you eat to fix this? Spinach, one of the highest magnesium-rich foods on the planet. Almonds, a handful a day, keeps the cramps away. Pumpkin seeds, a small snack with a big magnesium punch. If you are not getting enough of these, your muscles are probably crying out for help. Food. Number 2, the calcium king. Now let's talk about calcium. People always think of calcium for bones, but guess what? Your muscles need it just as much. Here is the deal. If your body does not get enough calcium, your muscles start acting like a bad Wi-Fi signal. You know when you are watching a video and it keeps freezing, buffering, and cutting out. That is what happens to your muscle function when calcium is too low. The signals between your brain and muscles start misfiring, causing random twitches, spasms, and cramps out of nowhere. So, how do you make sure your body gets enough? Greek yogurt, packed with calcium and protein for strong muscles. Sardines, an underrated superfood. Plus, they come with bonus omega-3s. Tofu, a great option if you want a plant-based calcium boost. The bottom line? If your calcium is low, your muscles will let you know, loudly and painfully. Food number 3, the surprise food no one thinks about. Now, here is the one that shocks people every single time. It is delicious, it is refreshing, and it is probably sitting in your fridge right now. Watermelon. Yes, you heard me right. Watermelon is a secret weapon against leg cramps. Why? Because it is loaded with potassium, magnesium, and water, all in one perfect, juicy bite. Remember how I said dehydration can cause leg cramps? Well, watermelon is over 90% water, so it hydrates your body while delivering the exact minerals your muscles need to stop cramping. And let's be honest, who does not love watermelon? It is like nature's candy, but instead of rotting your teeth, it saves your muscles. So, if you have been waking up in the middle of the night with painful leg cramps, it is time to ditch the banana and grab these 3 power foods instead. Magnesium. Check. Calcium. Check. Hydration and minerals in one. Double check. Start adding these into your diet, and your legs will thank you. And best of all, no more 2 a.m. cramp attacks. Now, before we wrap up, let me give you one important warning. Because while these foods will help stop cramps, there is one sneaky food that could be making them worse. And chances are, you are eating it every single day. Let's talk about it next. Warning. Your diet might be secretly working against you. That is right. While we have talked about the best foods to stop leg cramps, now we need to talk about the one thing you might be eating every single day that is actually making them worse. Because here is the deal. Some foods do not just fail to help your muscles, they actually drain your body of the minerals it needs to prevent cramps. Let's start with a big offender, caffeine. Look, I am not saying you need to quit coffee, because let's be real, some of us function entirely on caffeine and sheer willpower. But if you are knocking back 4, 5, or even 6 cups a day and wondering why your legs are throwing tantrums at 2 a.m., it might be time to rethink things. Caffeine is a diuretic, which is a fancy way of saying it makes you pee out all your important nutrients faster than you can replace them. And when you are flushing out things like potassium, magnesium, and calcium, your muscles do not get what they need to stay relaxed. Cue the painful leg cramps. Next up, alcohol. If you love your evening glass of wine, I am not here to ruin the party. But just know that alcohol is another sneaky dehydrator. It messes with your electrolyte balance, and when your muscles do not have the right balance of minerals, they rebel. Hard. Ever notice how people get random muscle cramps after a night of drinking? That is because alcohol zaps their magnesium levels. So if leg cramps are becoming a regular event, it might be worth swapping that second drink for a little extra water. And finally, the silent killer of muscle health. Salty, processed foods. I know, potato chips are delicious, fast food is convenient, and who does not love a good TV dinner? But here is the ugly truth. These foods are loaded with sodium, which throws off your body's natural electrolyte balance. Too much sodium can push out potassium, making leg cramps more likely. And the worst part? Most people do not even realize how much sodium they are eating. So, what is the takeaway? No, you do not have to quit coffee, alcohol, or salty snacks altogether. But if your legs are staging a nightly protest, cutting back a little might be the easiest fix ever. Because let's be honest, no snack is worth waking up in agony at 2 a.m. Now that you know what foods to add and what to avoid, let's wrap this up with a simple, easy-to-follow plan that will keep your muscles happy, your legs strong, and your nights cramp-free. Let's go. All right, now that you know what to eat and what to avoid, let's talk about how to actually use this information in a way that is simple, doable, and, most importantly, does not require you to turn into a health-obsessed nutritionist overnight. Because let's be real, nobody wants to overhaul their entire diet just to stop a few cramps. The good news? You do not have to. Here is the simple, cramp-proof game plan that will get your muscles working smoothly again without giving up your favorite foods or making life complicated. Step 1. Eat at least one of these cramp-fighting foods every day. You do not need to eat all of them at once. Just pick one and work it into your meals. Have a handful of almonds as a snack. Throw some spinach in your eggs or a smoothie. Swap regular yogurt for Greek yogurt at breakfast. Snack on watermelon instead of chips. Just one a day can start making a huge difference. Step 2. Hydrate like your muscles depend on it. Because they do. I know. You have heard it 1,000 times. Drink more water. But listen, this is not just generic health advice. Dehydration is one of the biggest reasons leg cramps happen in the first place. And no, coffee and soda do not count as hydration. Here is a simple trick. Keep a water bottle nearby at all times. If it is within arm's reach, you will naturally drink more without even thinking about it. And if plain water is too boring, add a slice of lemon or a splash of fruit juice. Bottom line, your muscles need water to function properly, so do not let them run dry. Step 3. Get some movement in. Even a little helps. No, you do not need to hit the gym, lift weights, or start training for a marathon. But if you are sitting too much, your circulation slows down, and that leads to cramps. The fix? A little movement throughout the day. Walk around the house every hour. Do some simple ankle rotations while watching TV. Stretch your legs before bed to keep your muscles relaxed. Think of it like keeping oil in a car. Move your body a little, and your muscles will stay flexible and cramp-free. Final reassurance. You do not have to live on kale to see results. Look, I am not here to tell you to cut out everything you love and start eating like a fitness guru. That is not realistic, and it is definitely not fun. The truth is, just adding these foods and small habits into your daily routine can make a huge difference. You do not have to go extreme. No weird diets, no suffering, just small changes that actually work. And when you start noticing that your legs are stronger, cramp-free, and no longer waking you up in the middle of the night, you will know it was all worth it. So, are you up for the challenge? Try this for a week and let me know how you feel. And before you go, I have one last thing. Because if you found this helpful, I have even more easy, life-changing health tips coming your way. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Because next, we are talking about one simple trick that could make your joints feel years younger. All right, let's be real for a second. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp so bad you thought you were being attacked by an invisible force? Yeah? Drop a yes in the comments so we can all feel your pain together. Because trust me, you are not alone. Now here is the deal. Try these foods for just 1 week. Seriously, 1 week. Start adding them to your meals. Drink more water. Get a little movement in, and then watch what happens. Fewer cramps. Stronger legs. Better sleep. Because no more 2 a.m. wake-up calls from your own muscles. Your legs will thank you. And hey, if you found this helpful, there is a lot more where that came from. Want to keep your body feeling strong, pain-free, and years younger? Hit that subscribe button, because next I am revealing one simple trick that could make your joints feel brand new. You do not want to miss it. See you in the next one.